Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
There you are. Awesome.
How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Good. Good. Good, man. I'm glad to hear it.
Sweet. So yeah, just a couple quick questions. I'll make it short and sweet. But how's everything going today for you?
Things are good, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you doing? You got some showings in, I guess. Sounds like.
Yeah, I've been doing some virtual showings.
Good. Oh, good. Yeah.
So
Nice.
I've
So,
got,
are you doing any in-person showings?
last weekend I had a couple. So what
Yeah.
we're trying to do is like have them drive by, make sure they really love it, and then if it's really a good fit, we'll go in and view it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've been trying to stick to vacant properties. That seems a lot lower risk for everybody. But
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's good.
yes, sir.
That's good, man.
Let's
Crazy times.
Yeah, let's jump right into this. So, in regards to buying your home, what was one thing that I did as a realtor that was different than what you expected?
So, do you want me to refer to you as Brian? Do you want me to talk to you, or do you want me to talk about you?
It's a little bit of both. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay. So I think the biggest thing that I appreciated is that you really took the time to understand our needs, not just with regards to the house, of course, because that's obvious, but also how you wanted us, like how we wanted you to contact us, when, um, and basically what I told you is that I wanted you to contact me at all times, and it was like operating on all cylinders until we found the right house. So, and I think it took like 7 days before we were totally locked into the right house. So
Yeah, I think we looked at quite a bit of homes.
in a short time.
Yeah, yeah, a couple solid weekends for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, was there anything about that was different than what you expected?
Um, I think as far as I appreciated that you made yourself available to us. It was clear that we weren't the only people that you were working with, and you're busy. But you made it a priority because you knew that we were serious, we were motivated buyers, and we were ready to lock in the right house. So that's what Stephanie and I both appreciated is that you were willing to really just prioritize your time and help us make it happen on a short timeline.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And so when it came to buying your home and we selected the right home, was there anything that I did that made you feel all of your needs have been met?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that there's several things that you did. I think more than just finding the right house, you we're first time home buyers, so it was really helpful that you were willing to walk us through the process and explain kind of how things worked from the start, so that we knew what to expect, from the timeline to homeowners insurance um, to buyer's insurance, to make sure that if the washer went out, it was covered, from that to the refrigerator. These are things that we had no idea what to expect because we just hadn't bought a home before. So
Yeah.
explaining how those things worked, and just being willing to be available for questions during the process, even when we were trying to pin down homeowners insurance and things like that. That was kind of, we felt like you went above and beyond to just to help us make sure that our needs were met.
Awesome. Cool. And one last question. Was there anything that I could have done to have created a better experience for you?
I think, she's, um, the wine was great.
Yeah.
Um, I guess you could have done 2 bottles of wine.
I'll definitely make sure to put that
As
down.
our housewarming gift. Obviously, that's a joke. It's funny. I've been trying to think about things that you could have done better, um, and I'm having trouble. And I think the reason that I am is because you made sure that we had open lines of communication throughout the whole process. So um, you made adjustments throughout the process so that we were just working really well together. So like a good example of that is like the first day that we went to view houses, you kind of did what you normally do and you organized the houses the way you normally would. And then at the end of that day, you said, "Hey, would you like to do things differently or change the way the order that we did things, or prioritize them on price versus location versus vacant versus not? And you kind of just took our feedback, and we were just kind of just adjusting as we went. So by the time it was all said and done, we didn't really have room for complaints, because you just had open lines of communication through the whole process, so that we had the opportunity to address those things from the start. So that's, I think, why after Stephanie and I discussed it, why we've had a hard time coming up with constructive feedback. So
Yeah.
we just appreciated that you were willing to communicate with us through the whole process and adjust as we went.
Awesome. Well, it was definitely a pleasure working with you guys, and I can see a future of more business to come.
Yeah, no question, man. This won't be the last house we buy, that's for sure. So
Cool. Well, I'm going to turn the recording off, and then I got a few